The curse that held Uma proved hard to lift, but Yennefer and the Witchers managed to do it. The ugliest man alive revealed himself to be not man, but elf, and an elven sage at that. Avalach, for this was his name, was the elven mage who had helped Ciri flee the hunt, then hidden her away on the Isle of Mists.
I met you, mate. There at Lochmarine.
Got this cracking in the spine. You'd normally pay for that.
Wonderful.
Oh!
Hey, free boy.
A hearty
We
place
can go
to
in
be.
here.
Now they've got their new king, perhaps the Skelligers will calm
What
down.
was it happened to Foltest again? Non-human, are you? Look for your kind. We needed a mutant. Folk in this city.
Unbelievable.
Everyone knows you ought to wear a quiver on your back, not swords, amateur.
Yes?
Count Kurt Dysart.
Are you here regarding the contract?
Wanted to hire a witcher, didn't you?
I did, but not just any vagabond. One hears all manner of stories about the lunatics of the School of the Cat. Which do you belong to?
School of the Wolf.
Ah, yes. A good one. I knew a witcher of this school. Barnabas? No. Though his name did begin with a B. Never mind. To the matter at hand. Not long past, I acquired an estate east of Novigrad. I got it on the cheap, you see. The seller was very keen to be rid of it. Now, I've learned, the building is said to be haunted.
Goes to explain the seller's urgency.
I do not believe in ghosts. It is that simple. But my men say the house shakes at night. Walls crumble. Why, even the floors move about. Is there anything to be done? A remedy for this?
Fine. I'm willing to investigate. How do I get there?
An orchard adjoins the property. The house itself you should recognize easily. Cracks cover its walls. Here's the key. And good luck.
widow gave her whole inheritance to the priest.
Darkness everywhere. I see it all
you sure?
around. Smash his face! Ah!
What was it happened to Faltist again?
A wench on the throat.
Has it always been crooked?
Like a new raised teach, you're a bigger rat.
Don't you see what I do?
Too late. Everyone knows you ought to wear a quiver on your back, not swords.
Move it.
Such lovely
Well, Pauper with a library. Imagine that. Buy her time.
I trusted a woman once, long ago. I was willing to give me right hand.
Time of the cleansing has come. The fire shall sear.
Whoa! Go, go.
From now on, assume your every move.
So this is the haunted house. Whole building shaking. Inhabitant clearly left in a hurry. Attacked me already. scattered salt. Probably to drive ghosts away. Pointless superstition. Air flowing through this crack. There's something in there. No one's been here in a while. Looks like a journal. Not the root of any ordinary plant. Must be magic. And very elemental. Pretty powerful, too. Gotta go deeper. Need to open the passage somehow. Something clicked. Almost managed to break its magic bonds. A few days more and it would have wreaked havoc all around. Ceiling would have caved in if not for this support.
adventuring round here. Still
Aye, it is. Let it. Some still things I toss him in the fire.
Orders say not living souls to leave without parts.
We can wait till it dies. There's no rush.
I'm cold.
No, rain working a coffees.
Looks like rain.
Hey, free boy. What do I got to do?
What do you think you're doing?
Hey,
Whoa!
like
Where are you going?
Yes?
House shouldn't give you any more trouble. A little renovation and it should be fit for you to move into.
Truly? Why, the estate's price just spiked sharply. What precisely was the problem?
Earth elemental trapped in the cellar. It was just trying to get out. Almost demolished the house in the effort.
Far more interesting than a ghost, that's certain. The cellar you mentioned, is it an estate to be furnished?
Hard to say.
Oh, we shall see. Your bounty. There you are. And farewell.
Ah!
I really
Take care of
witches
yourself.
would look more witchery. On your way?
Welcome.
Up for a few rounds of Gwent?
Welcome.
What have you got there? So long.
That's it, Roach. No loitering round here. Where you going?
Should have stayed in the forest with my
Hey now!
I'm with you, as I live and breathe. Welcome.
What have you got there? Up for a few rounds of Gwent?
Welcome.
Up for a few rounds?
Welcome. Welcome.
Up for a few rounds of Gwent?
Ooh. Hey! Hey!
Welcome. That's good. Grand even. Name's Breen Hotch. I posted that slip.
Gonna need details.
Course. Well, through a series of regrettable events, I came to own a spread of forest ripe for logging, near Novigrad. At a distance from any roads, but quite near the port. Easy gold, right? Just hire some lumberjacks and count the coin.
Meant details about the monster, not your business.
Oh, it's all linked, see? I took on some dwarven loggers, but they came to me, claiming the forest haunted. Thought them lazy, nothing more. Then one day, they went in the wood, and only one returned. Said some forest devil had attacked him.
I'll take the job. This logger, where'll I find him?
Around. Last I saw him, he was drinking away his pay. Said he had to honor his dead comrades.
You drunk?
Welcome, traveller. Drink with me, you cocksucker. Fucking knock back if you so's my mates the race peaceful. Something ploughed them up good, but I don't know what it was. Don't know who or what to curse.
Talked to one Breen Hotch. Told me all about your comrade's death.
No liquor. We tried to explain some horror was prowling the forest. He refused to believe it.
He's hired me. Wants me to find the beast that attacked you and your friends.
Is that so? Well, I take back what I said. Good man, Breen, though a halfling.
Tell me about the attack. What do you remember?
We were making our way out of the forest, loaded with wood like pack horses. All of a sudden we heard a bloody howl, like a wolf's. Pack leaders. We legged it, but then the cartwheel got stuck. Magnus Rector hollered I should run to the hut for the crossbows, so I ran. Come back to the woods. Bloody ploughing massacre. Couldn't tell me mates apart.
Thanks. Really helpful, that.
Kill the bugger, will you?
Now you. Behave.
How human.
Let's go.
Yeah, right.
It's a washout.
It
Come
just
on.
rains and rains.
Logger's hut. Need to find the spot where they died. Deep ruts. Logger's wagon must have stopped here. Then they went down this road. Probably towards their clearing. Show me what you got. There was a fight here. 2 dwarves and something big. There was a fight here. 2 dwarves and something big. A dwarf went this way. Wounded dwarf tried to flee, bleeding heavily. Clawed the rock. Must have been angry and strong. Deep wound on his back. Bled to death. Roots pinned this one to the ground, so hard he suffocated. Everything says Leshen, a young one. Must have arrived here recently. Need to find its totem. Crows serve Leshens. Should find some near the totem. Leshen's birds. False trail. Ordinary ravens, looks like. No sign of a totem. Lo and behold, a Leshen's totem. Now, to destroy it. Ought to piss it off and make it leave its lair.
Greetings, Gwynbl.
Big. Will fail.
Looked like it would rain, and here it is.
Move it!
It's a washout.
What's going on there?
Welcome, Master Witcher.
I killed the Leshen that attacked the lumberjacks.
Oh, that's wonderful. Grand even. I'll have to find some new loggers, but there's no shortage of folk looking for work. But can I be certain no other Leshen will show?
It's possible, I suppose. I have to find a Witcher if it happens.
Aye, yes, yes. Well, your due reward. I'm not the kind not to pay for a job well done.
Farewell.
Crawl back
Feisty,
onto your
eh?
rock.
In a hurry.
Here to talk about the contract.
Contract? Ah, yes. Put my mark to something of the sort. Seems a creature's attacking lonely passers-by, abandoning their corpses in gutters around Oxenfurt.
Isn't that something you should look into?
Perhaps, but we've a ploughing war to win. Haven't got the time to clean gutters.
Let's talk about the reward.
Acquit yourself well, and you'll not be disappointed. Redanian army's no band of scruffs. We can afford to hire a witcher. I see you've taken a more reasonable tack. We're finally getting somewhere, but it's still too much. I see you've taken a more reasonable tack. We're finally getting somewhere, but it's still too much. I see you've taken a more reasonable tack. We're finally getting somewhere, but it's still too much. Very well. That I can pay with a clear conscience.
I'll take the job. Need to hear some details.
You'll learn everything I know.
Like to examine the victims' bodies.
A corpse is a corpse.
I see the wounds. Might be able to tell what kind of monster killed them.
Ask our Sawbones. He'll know if the corpses have been burned or not. You'll most likely find him in the hut on the riverbank. Our impromptu morgue.
Any witnesses to these attacks? Anyone see the beast?
Some woman survived an attack. They say she's not been sober since. I'd try the tavern in Oxenfurt if you're willing to try talking to her.
Won't give me any trouble with the reward, will you?
Nah, I want this out of my hair.
Your kind spreads disease. Defeat isn't a desertion.
Crawl back under your rock.
Got a foolproof method for exercising witches.
Oh, will you buy a round for a victim of the beast?
Tell me about the monster. How you were attacked.
I'd need another bottle to get through it.
See, I'd rather you stayed sober while we talked. Bought yourself that bottle later.
Have it your way. I was leaving the inn that night. Might have had a drink or 5. I'm sure I wasn't hallucinating. Something down an alley called my name. It was dark. Couldn't see what it was, but it wasn't no human. Of that I'm certain.
What makes you so sure?
I just know. This thing grabbed the hem of my skirt, but I broke free and ran.
That it? You didn't see much.
Don't believe me either, do you? Fuck you! Fuck you all!
One drink, all I had. One drink, all I had. One drink, all I had.
Long live, etc.
You the medic? I'd like to see the monster's victims.
Oh, yes. I've not had them burned yet. Must get to that.
You done autopsies yet? Intend to?
Why would I? Beggars and vagrants. Every last one stinking of cheap wine.
Mind if I have a look?
In point of fact, I'd prefer you didn't sniff around.
Gonna make me come back with a written order?
Good grief. Pushy, aren't we? Here, the key to the morgue. Look all you want. Stitch red to red, yellow and white.
He was drunk. Someone dragged him over the cobblestones. Fang marks on his neck. Vampire sucked his blood. Vampire bites and the strong stench of alcohol, just like the other one.
If you were an ordinary man, I'd diagnose him immediately, but you...
Honor in the fatherland.
The bracelet, pretty worn. Silver under the gilding, too big for a woman's wrist. Attacker lost it most likely. Fondness for jewelry, wounds on the victims' bodies. Everything suggests a catacan, except this vampire likes the blood of drunkards. That's the way to lure it out.
You needn't shoot.
Oh, I remember you. What'll it be?
Want to get drunk off my ass, and it's gotta be on cheap wine.
Trouble with the lass? Or did your enterprise go under?
Neither, just part of the job.
I'll need you to pay in advance.
More, and keep it coming. And figured out something was up. Gotta search blind now.
Long live, etc., etc. I feel like puking after that.
The curse that held Uma proved hard to lift, but Yennefer and the Witchers managed to do it. The ugliest man alive revealed himself to be not man, but elf, and an elven sage at that. Avalach, for this was his name, was the elven mage who had helped Ciri flee the hunt, then hidden her away on the Isle of Mists.
Fondness for jewelry, wounds on the victims' bodies. Everything suggests a catacan, except this vampire likes the blood of drunkards. That's the way to lure it out.
Got a foolproof method for exercising witches.
The thinking.
Wanna
Trouble with...
neither?
I'll need you...
More. And figured out something was up. Gotta search blind now.
The curse that held Uma proved hard to lift, but Yennefer and the Witchers managed to do it. The ugliest man alive revealed himself to be not man, but elf, and an elven sage at that. Avalach, for this was his name, was the elven mage who had helped Ciri flee the hunt, then hidden her away on the Isle of Mists.
And figured out something was up. Gotta search blind now.
The curse that held Uma proved hard to lift, but Yennefer and the Witchers managed to do it. The ugliest man alive revealed himself to be not man, but elf, and an elven sage at that. Avalach, for this was his name, was the elven mage who had helped Ciri flee the hunt, then hidden her away on the Isle of Mists.
Fondness for jewelry, wounds on the victims' bodies. Everything suggests a Catacan, except this vampire likes... Blood of drunkards. That's the way to lure it out.
Have we not met before?
Oh, trouble with...
Neither.
I'll need...
And figured out something was up. Gotta search blind now.
The curse that held him up proved hard to lift, but Yennefer and the Witchers managed to do it. The ugliest man alive revealed himself to be not man, but elf, and an elven sage at that. Avalach, for this was his name, was the elven mage who had helped Ciri flee the hunt, then hidden her away on the Isle of Mists.
Fondness for jewelry, wounds on the victims' bodies. Everything suggests a Catacan, except this vampire likes the blood of drunkards. That's the way to lure it out.
Geralt of Riviera.
Oh, I remember...
One.
Trouble with the lass? Or did your enterprise go under?
Neither. Just part of the job.
I'll need you to pay in advance.
More. And keep it coming.
Once was a maid from Vico Varro. Tight at night she'd be loose come morrow. Early in the morning. Another maid from Vico Varro. Loud with pleasure, drank with sorrow, till early in the
Where you think you're going, mucker?
Why do you even care?
You're in the military operations zone, and our job's to collect the war tax.
Look more like you're collecting for a round of vodka to me.
I wonder I do. Will you be that cheeky when we accuse you of spying? Now shut your trap and pay.
Not about to give you a copper.
Told you he was a spy. We're gonna arrest you in the name of good King Radovid.
You can always try.
What's going on here?
Reporting the capture of a suspicious individual, sir. A spy.
A witcher'd make as good a spy as you'd make a chaperone. I catch you extorting coin again, you'll go straight to the front. The Eastern Front. And you, Witcher, best give these parts a wide berth.
Thanks. Farewell.
Our third maid was not demanding. Gave it up to any man standing early in the morning.
What's the meaning of this? Such rudeness and vulgarity, young people these days.
All right, all right. Sheesh.
out and fight, bitch.
Drink your blood.
Come on, cut the shit.
Here I am.
Please, help!
Show me what you got. Where's that damned catachan? I can hear it. It's going to the hut by the river. Not your lucky day. Killed the monster that was murdering folk. Turns out a catachan was prowling the city.
You speak true. But what on earth's a catachan?
A higher vampire. Particularly interesting case, this one.
How the hell could a foul beast be interesting?
This one liked alcohol. Had a hugely inflated ego, too.
What matters is you snuffed it out. Due some praise for that, Witcher.
So long.
Your kind spreads disease. Defeat isn't what is the...
Oh!
What? You there? Please wait. You're Geralt of Rivia, are you not?
Depends who's asking.
Revenue and Customs for occupied Temeria, Dorian branch. Represented by yours truly, Deputy Tax Enumerator Walter Mitte.
Honored, I guess. What seems to be the problem?
In brief, undeclared income.
Excuse me?
We've had reports, numerous, that over the last months you've come into a great deal of coin. Quickly. So quickly it's raised suspicions.
I get how that might have happened. Be glad to clear them up.
Profession?
Witcher. Monster Slayer.
Sole proprietorship? Service sector? Type of services rendered? Rat, pest, monster removal? Moving on. Have you at any time engaged in the wholesale trade of rawhide in the White Orchard area?
This some kind of joke? Course not.
Right. Next. During the current fiscal year, have you engaged in the acquisition of bivalves with the express intention of selling the pearls therein?
Even if I have, what's wrong with that?
Article 86, Section 3 of the Tax Code. Whosoever purchases goods at an unseemly low price to take advantage of the seller's ignorance shall be subject to a fine equaling 200% of the earnings from any such a transaction. Sound familiar? And now, please answer. Have you or have you not dealt in said pearls?
No, never done anything of the sort. Witcher's honor.
Now, for the final question. Have you ever unlawfully acquired another man's movable goods? Chattels?
Meaning?
Meaning, have you ever waltzed into someone's home and taken something without their permission?
Gotta be kidding. The Witcher's code forbids it.
I'm pleased to hear you abide by your guild's bylaws. Now, if you could wait for one moment. Compare column B to table 7. Apply the rate for confirmed childless bachelors, a tax credit of 7.3% for practitioners of hazardous professions. It adds up to the crown. I say, good sir, you are exceptionally upstanding.
It'd be rude to disagree.
In these times, such civic virtue is a rarity. It must be commended, rewarded. Here.
What's this?
A diploma. I bestow on you the title of taxpayer in good standing. I'd suggest you frame it, hang it in a place of honour. Congratulations.
You can learn a great deal when you're gripping a pair of pincers or white hot.
Honor in the fatherland.
Long live Radovid! Long live, etc., etc. Ugh. I feel like puking after that swill in the canteen.
Witcher. Oh, step over here.
Radovid was late with our pay a whole week.
You post the notice?
I did indeed. Hands of Sidaris, mercenary captain. Know of a monster that needs slaying. You interested?
What kind of monster are we talking about?
If only I knew. It was like this. Got Radovid to hire me and my company, but he's been late with the pay the last weeks. And I'll be damned if we're to risk our lives for free, like hell.
Couldn't agree more. But you were gonna tell me about the monster.
Yes. We arrived here, encamped. Then it turned out some beast prowls the area. Snatchers cows and the like. Reckoned we should help the local boys, so we grabbed our weapons and set out. Me and Kurt one way, Gerd and Henk the other. Gerd and Henk never returned. Whatever it was, it got him. Jobs for a professional, clearly. So Kurt and me, we chipped in for a small reward, hoping someone's willing to help the locals avenge our comrades in the process.
Awfully noble of you.
Mercenaries, we've our honor too. Well, Master Witcher, what will it be? Will you take the job?
All right. Where do I start looking?
South of here. It's where we split up. It's where we last saw Gerd and Henk alive.
Last worse it gets. Radovid was late with our pay a whole week.
He's trying to cheat us too.
Come on.
The purse I got was full of counterfeit crowns.
marks, bite marks, armor ripped to shreds. Human. No sign of another corpse. Flying monster. Gripped the second body in its claws. Didn't quite get everything to its nest. Piece by piece, follow the thread. Tracks end here. Damn birds must have picked the ground clean, but they've already found the rest of the corpse, probably. All I gotta do is follow the cawing.
Time to end this.
Thin rachides, sparse anarchids. Interesting. Well. They took on this contract before I did. Got the reward up front. More than they're paying me.
Move it.
to cheat.
Well, any progress?
Monster's dead. I slew it. It was a griffin. An arch-griffin, in fact.
In that case, I'm grateful. Arch-grateful. Your reward.
Hold up a minute. Recognize this? You accepted a contract. Reward paid up front, and higher than what you paid me.
What am I meant to do? Business is what it is, and intermediaries deserve their due.
What you're due is a punch in the face. Gold. Now. Some advice before you go. Don't ever try to cheat a Witcher again. Ever.
This is worse it gets. Radovid was late with our pay a whole week.
He's trying to cheat us too. First I